Hi everyone. I wanted to throw some questions at you today. Do you recall ever being told as a Jehovah's Witness about essentials and non-essentials in teachings? Did you feel you could openly reject or question any point of Watchtower teaching? How many Watchtower teachings did you accept on faith without personal research and study with Bible tools? How much reading did you do outside of Watchtower material? And was that encouraged? And would you have felt comfortable to do that? When I left the Witnesses, I had discovered that the Watchtower was untrustworthy in telling the whole truth about its own history, something I could check. So how could I now trust them when it came to things that are non-testable? Things like teachings about the resurrection, life after death, and especially about God and Christ. So I needed to re-examine all the teachings. That's how I felt. And to seek out various points of view, and to seek out biblical scholarship in that examination. So today we are coming to an unpopular topic, and that is of hell. So we've been reading through Wenham's book, The Goodness of God, and he has a chapter on hell. What Wenham does is to tell you the different points of view and the criticisms of those points of view. This is how he introduces the chapter. The ultimate horror of God's universe is hell. The other difficulties of the Bible and of providence are real enough, but however appalling they may be, their seeming harshness and injustices are only temporary, cut short at death. The terrors of hell, on the other hand, belong to the world which lies beyond death. He then says, this is not a mere academic exercise. It is an attempt to grapple with the heart's cry of contemporary man, who wants to know what to believe about God. If the biblical imagery is left undiscussed, there is no guarantee that he will interpret first-century images correctly. 20th century man does not and cannot come to the Bible with an empty mind. The very word hell comes to us laden with literary and artistic associations of many centuries. Platonic philosophy clearly had an influence on Christian thought, and Greek mythology on Christian art. Satan is still currently represented in the likeness of Pan, a pagan deity with tail and horns, rather than as the prince of the world and the angel of light of the Bible. Modern scholarship, whatever its faults may be, has tried very hard to see the New Testament through first century eyes, and it is now recognized that medieval thought, though believed at the time to be in complete harmony with the Bible, was in many respects quite alien to it. A large number of serious students think that the doctrine of hell, as traditionally taught, comes in this category. It seems highly desirable, therefore, that this question should not be sidestepped. Unfortunately, the subject is so vast that it will not be possible even to summarize the discussion in such a way that the reader can come to a considered judgment on it. The most that can be done is to outline the alternatives and to give references to books where the matter is more fully discussed. So the next time we will deal with the traditional orthodoxy as that position of hell. I'm going to link a video, the first of 3 that we did on the subject of hell and afterlife. Part 1. Is J.W. Org dogmatism justified? Are dead non-existent or asleep? And the second one was one that David did featuring James Orr. And the title was God's Eternal Purpose Defined by Love, but Does Not Exclude the Wrath of Judgment. So the next time we'll deal with traditional orthodoxy, that point of view on hell.